Hey guys, Rocket21. First off, I want to start this video off by saying I love my sweatshirt. I just got it today. NASA is awesome. It's pretty awesome. And I was pretty excited when I got it in the mail. I'm like, said the Kennedy Space Center. I'm like, oh my god, yes, it came. So excited. Anyway, back to the real thing. So I have decided now to do the milestones for the making the journey to Mars. And in it, I'm on the research milestone now, and this is what this video is for. And inside of it, there was, the activity and then the game. And so for the activity itself, I kind of researched more out the meteors and the meteorites and the meteorites and meteoroids and all those asteroids. And then one thing I think that really I learned most from this activity, and one thing that really stood out to me, was that most kills that most of us have ever seen when we were kids, you were in like your classroom, you saw those pictures, or the planets hanging from the ceiling, like the solar system model, is we saw what I would describe as, we always saw such big planets, and that's kind of how the page, this activity described it. We saw these big planets with such short distances in between, but the fact is, this can throw a lot of people off because the size and the relations between each planet with space in between is so much larger than we ever would think. Anyway, that was just one of the big things I learned from this. And another thing is, I'm one of those people, it's like, they'll believe anything. And so when I look on the news or somewhere on the internet, oh no, asteroid's coming, gonna hit Earth in like 2 hours, I'm one of those people that's gonna start going bunkering down and hiding under my pillow because I'm terrified. I am terrified. I realized when I read this and I did more research on this, Earth itself is such a small target for meteorites. I'll admit that kind of made me feel a little more relieved. So I don't have to worry about, dying of a meteorite maybe anytime soon in my life, and I'm thankful for that. But a meteorite itself is a meteoroid that passes through Earth's surface and lands upon, it passes through Earth's atmosphere and then it lands on Earth's surface. When I read more about this, I've always heard, I always got to confuse the asteroid, the meteoroid, and the meteorite. But, I kind of learned more. And I think it's pretty cool, I got to learn how the path itself, it takes in the asteroid belt, and, how the asteroid belt itself is about 2 to 3 times farther away than the distance from the sun and, Earth, the relationship. And I thought, okay. Because, again, when I saw those posters and I saw those models, it seemed so close. When, in reality, it is far, far away. And the reality or possibility of one doing such catastrophic damage to us in our lifetime, very slim, not even likely to happen, maybe in another couple 100,000 years. So, that kind of made me feel a little better, And then, when I did the game, I played, I think it was called Fly Me to Mars. It's you had Earth rotating around the sun, and then you had Mars, and then from Earth you had to launch the spaceship, and you had to land it on Mars. That game was honestly so hard for me. I could not do it without the hint, and when it told me to launch, because I did not realize, In retrospect, I guess when I looked at this, I never thought, it did not take into account that the planets orbit. I know that they orbit, that they constantly are moving. I just did not grasp the concept. I told you, it slipped past my mind that, the planets are all moving. It's not like Mars is going to just stop and say, yep, come on, hop on over. It's not like that, And I was learning that you could, years down the road, maybe when we're really ready for this, we could have everything ready to go. And it could still be months to a year, and maybe even longer before we can even launch. Because we have to be in the right position, the right time, and everything. And I feel like I'm getting really way off track here. No, I'm not. I'm on the game. But, yeah. And it really put me back into perspective here that it's seriously, like I've described before in, some of these milestones, that it's not as simple as blast off and just hop on and go. And I feel like that's the only way we're ever really taught, it's, blast off, rocket ship, here we are, moon, And it's really not that simple. It's not. And I really have learned that. And what I really love about this challenge, it is making me dig way deeper than I ever thought I could go with this, I'm learning new things I never knew existed, and things that, how this stuff works. And I gotta give credit to these people. whoever comes up with this stuff, you guys are geniuses. I applaud you. Good job, because it's people like you who make this world just do amazing things, you know, and I love that. But anyway, and that's kind of what I've learned, and so as you can tell from what I've talked about, or when I said in the beginning, the topic I'm going to be doing for this one, I'm going to be doing the journey to Mars, and I hope you guys are just excited by it, just as excited as I am to do it together, because I myself, I can't wait to see the final product, and I can't wait to see it. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. So thank you so much, and again, love this lecture. Thank you, Rocket21.